Yo, what's up guys, it's Zach. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over episode 2 of our implant series, which will be focused on drones and missiles. And both together these can be like super powerful, but really I tend to use the set just for the missile stuff. But things like Gilas, obviously you're getting like the double bonus sort of thing there. But Caracals, Tengus, this little Garmur here, I've got a couple of examples to show you. So I've picked a PvP Garmur and a PvE Tengu, the polarized one, which you've seen on the channel quite a few times, and I'll just compare the numbers with and without the implants in, and just to show you how like insanely great these implants are. They are pretty new out of the game as well, the Hydras. They haven't been in the game for like since the beginning or anything. But going over the Hydras initially, let's have a look. So with primary effects with these ones, we get a +4 to a perception, and different ones as we go down the set, right? So the secondary effects, we get 1% to drone tracking speed, drone optimal range, and drone fall off. So there's a lot of application there, which is really nice, and speed as well. So you can imagine, I know you wouldn't really run these on a heavy drone Ishtar or something unless you are like really trying hard or something. But it would really be good for them because the tracking speed bonus on them already with this would just be absolutely crazy. The main one we're going to be focusing on is missile flight time and explosion velocity. So we'll get extra range and more application. So all in, those bonuses there are pretty nutty, right? And we get the set effect when we're running all 6 bits of a 15% bonus to the strength of all Hydra secondary effects. So just going down the list there, so we'll get 1%. It's pretty much like the virtues. Then we get 1.5%, and we'll get 4 points to memory on those ones. Slot 3 is our willpower, and then 2%. So it's obviously increments all the way down as you go, and more bonuses to the set effects. And yeah, it just goes down like that. And then the main one, which is obviously the slot 6, the Omega, which is always the one that makes the biggest difference to the whole set. And it's just absolutely crazy. 50% bonus to the strength of all Hydra Implant secondary effects. So all these stacking up, they do like some crazy things. And also with this being my like primary missile clone, I've got the heavy assault missile 6%, guided precision and navigation prediction. So they're just like application ones, 5% both of them. And we've got the rapid launch 1006, so the 6% on that, which does affect the Garmur. The heavy assault one, obviously that only affects things like on the Tengu. So the Garmur and the Tengu are going to be the two which I'll be showing you guys today. One set for PvP, as you can see. Probably not the PvP version that you used to though, but I remember seeing Finn back in the day like wrecking stuff with this, and I'm hoping it's still going to be pretty viable because people are still flying sort of the same ships and low second things. And this is probably where we're going to be taking it. But with the, just with the rage here, we've got like 19 kilometers. I'll stick a box up on the left hand side so you can see just as I'm reading through it. And yeah, that's pretty crazy. So the cool thing about having the rocket version of this with these implants is that you've got that like 20k range basically at a pinch, and you've got like a dual prop, and because we're a Garmur, we'll get the scram range bonus, so we can heat that as well to like 18. We've also got like a pinpoint on. So there you go, 18. So basically we're top tackle range, and we're sort of scram kite range is like 18 kilometers, which not a lot of ships can say can do that. And the escapability of this thing is just absolutely crazy. You can just like get away at any point out of most ships, right? Even if they've got long points and things, you can just heat the web and just overload the AB there. So with this, without any drugs or anything, because normally we'll rock this with all these things, right? So we're just under 2k. I mean, I may as well just pop these just to show you guys. There we go, just how fast this thing goes. So 2246 heated. And with the Microwarpdrive, it's 4.2 cold. And 6k heated with all the drugs and everything. Obviously, this is like a super expensive ship, and I don't think a lot of people would be flying it, but you can do like a T2 variation of this. And it's really good as well, and especially if you're in low sec and you're rocking the implants and everything like all the other guys do, it's pretty crazy. But I've seen this ship like without implants decimate just like your standard stuff like comets and things like blaster comets, because they just can't keep up with it, and you've got that range and just that survivability with having that range, right? Because like if it's a blaster comet especially, all you're going to be worried about is pretty much the drones. The null damage on that at like your sort of engage range is going to be like doing negligible damage. So yeah, that's the Garmur. We'll shift on to the Tengu. We're just going to go over we're going to a little bit more detail than we did with the Garmur, right? Because I think more people would be interested in using this set for PvE especially. So the fit you've probably seen on the channel, it's been tinkered with a little bit. I can show you at the end of this, but really that's besides the point for this little vid here. Mainly we're going to be talking about polarized assault missile launchers. So as standard, these come with a shorter range than the T2 variants. So I mean, you gain all that damage, you lose all the tank, but again, you're losing a bit of range as well. So the Hydra set especially, and that's why I actually went for the set in the first place, was to like just increase the range rather than go like crystals or something or anything like that. But obviously each to their own. So I'll stick the numbers in the corner there. So without any implants, we're going to go over first. No implants and no guidance computers active. So it's 25 kilometers with the Rage, 30 kilometers with the Navy, and 45 kilometers with the Javelin. Now that's still pretty good, right, for the hams, especially on the polarized. And you can zip around with this thing. We're all like 100 mm fit, but Microwarpdrive fits are totally fine as well if you want to rejig the fit for a little bit of cap. So now, including implants, like the full set and all the hardwires I've got, it's 34 kilometers with the Rage. Navy, it's 40 kilometers. And Jav, it's 61 kilometers. And even with the Jav, we're still doing like 888 DPS. And that's quite good, like, for that sort of range, right? And now if we switch on our guidance computers with our range scripts, this is where things sort of get spicy. And again, my thought process was to use, like, the Hydras with these because you get the biggest boost. So we'll get a massive 50 kilometers with the Rage, 60 kilometers with the Navy, and also a little bit better application as well. And the Javelin, we'll get a crazy 90 kilometers, so that's like a full 20 kilometer jump, 30 kilometer jump pretty much, right? Or 29 or whatnot. But obviously I've rounded up and down the numbers just to keep it simplified. But man, this is, the Hydras really do like a great job. I'm pretty sure I went through these with the Garmur and stuff, but obviously now we're utilizing the 706%, AM 706 for the 6% heavy assault missile damage. So that's just a flat buff to your damage, which is pretty nice. So with this fit, the way we'll run it with the drugs and everything. Oh, I've already dragged it down there. I mean, I think we've got Rage loaded right now. Yeah, so we've got Rage on, so it's 1670.3 DPS. That's with the Pyro drug as well, the way we'll always run it. Obviously, it's not like ISK efficient to do that, but that's just the way we do it, right? And if we heat it up, just to show you guys, it's like not far from 2k, so it is pretty good. And I bought this, obviously that implant set just for the Tengu, and like I say, I use the Hydras quite a lot, especially like on the Serbs and things, because the Serbs are basically like a mini Tengu now with that boost bonus they got, which we need to get around to covering as always late as ever. And just to show you guys the fit real quick, I'll link it in the description like both fits, so there you go. But my plan is, not today, I haven't really got time after doing this little bit here, but I'll add some footage in of actually using the ships, right? So I'll do some PvP in the Garmur. I know it's been a while, so I'll probably like lose a load of them. And we'll do some a level 4 or something in the Tengu just to show you how that works. Alright guys, this is the Garmur fight. I'm sorry my mic was muted at the time, so when I was doing the commentary for it, it didn't actually pick it up, which I was gutted about. But looking back at the fight, it's really, like, I make loads of mistakes here guys. It's good to actually watch your videos back, even if you don't like upload to YouTube. Just record your footage and then look back. I mean, I already made a mistake there of not locking the guy up quick enough. And the mistakes just kept rolling in, so I thought I would just leave this clip in just to highlight like the mistakes as well, because it doesn't matter like how much ISK you spend on your ships and everything, a mistake can end up getting you killed, right? So we'll just have a look. Another one there. So we're shooting out of range. I got the initial like defensive weapon scram. I did realize obviously at this point he was Microwarpdrive fit, because he was a speedy boy, like nearly doing 5k there, obviously heated up. The drones were the only thing like tickling us at the minute, and I did turn just to get them off us. So obviously the rockets do like good amounts of damage to these drones, especially with a web on. I was keeping an eye on his speed and range as well because obviously I didn't want to get scrabbed myself or whatever. I was trying to play like super safe. I was actually playing too safe. I should have just went in for the kill here, especially around now. Like I had him like again defensively webbed and then scrammed. So it's so good. It really reminds us of flying like the Daredevil. If you watched that video I did like ages ago. Defensive web's like so good. And obviously the Garmur's normally got a defensive scram anyway, even if you're running at long points with the standard shield fit, I suppose. But yeah, saying he didn't really want to hang around after the drones went, so he ended up bailing. But I mean, I should have literally just went in for the kill straight away. It's always nice to just chill for a second though, just to see how they fit. Obviously Microwarpdrive one, I've got full like range control on that. Because he's definitely not going to be dual prop, or I would think unlikely he'd be dual prop. The only one you'd probably have to watch is the dual webs, right? But I still think you'd be able to get out of range of the damage. So here we go. I did notice he warped to the station. And we're about to make another big mistake here. So he's obviously got a combat timer with me. You can see at the top left there. Still got about 20 seconds left. So yeah, it's just orbit, keep at range, whatever, get him on. So for whatever reason, I overheated the afterburner here, and I didn't burn it out, but still, I didn't really notice it until like at the end. So yeah, I mean, we just got him there. Obviously the timers and stuff. So yeah, we ended up killing him. It wasn't really much of a fight at this point. Obviously, he just sat there and died. But the initial skirmish was pretty good. And again, I just wanted to highlight like my bad piloting again. Doesn't really matter how much risk you throw at a ship, you need the knowledge and experience, right? And this was probably like the first PvP fight I did for a long time. I've been just a massive Care Bear recently, so yeah, we need to get that changed, right? But yeah, you can see the Afterburner, I just saved it there. And yeah, GG's. Alright guys, we're in the Tengu now, and we've just warped into the Mortis Headhunter mission. I've killed the first like few NPCs here, so I just thought I would show you like how it runs in the missions. Again, I'm sure you've seen it before on the channel like tons of times, but if you haven't, it's pretty good. So we're just going to sit here with our navy just to blast these frigates real quick. So we'll do 3 volleys. That should be more than enough just to see if it'll get them. Let's have a look here. Yep. Oh, way more. So let's try 2. Thing is, they shoot so fast, these missiles, it's pretty insane. Get the actual fire rate. So we're all running the 100mm on this one. We'll just go in nice and easy. Get all these frigs down. It's more than what I need there. So I'll just play it a little bit safe, and then we're just going to dive straight in the middle of these battleships and stuff. Oh, they didn't go in one shot. Man, just the missile like spam is just insane from this thing. Right, let's group these back up then. We'll get some rage in. Get our mods back where we like them. Right, now we're just going to fly into the middle of these things. So we've got pretty good reps here. I'm doing like 729 with a synth. So we're in no danger of dying. This is a pretty good mission as well. It's cool to actually fly through. Use this one quite a lot for me PvE vids, just because it's got actual stuff in space you can see. Oh, way too many for that guy. I think it's about 4 for the cruisers. No, just give ourselves a little burst there. So we're not fully cap stable. It goes for about 8 minutes, which I think's like may as well be stable. Just generally you don't do these for too long. Well, I've got a scanner as well, so we could check all these SIGs. Right, I'm actually going to leave the rage in to kill these frigates, just to show you guys how it deals with them. It's not too bad. Let's give him 4 volleys. 2, 3, 4. We've still got range, which is pretty nutty for the rages. Oh man, he's just dead. Yeah, Hydra bonus is really like, yeah, apply a lot of damage to small stuff. Saves you a lot of the time like reloading. Let's get in the middle of these battleships here. Right, we're going to heat one cycle of Afterburner. Just to mitigate a little bit. No, we don't want to play it too silly. Should be enough for that. Get these frigs down. Lock the rest of these up. We can probably just switch way off now. Not really a lot left on grid. Try and get some beauty shots of these Barghists. Anyone else since I've actually seen one in space, to be fair. Really good battleship. Man, my hotkey's not working for that. Yeah, you can see the Tengu just like smashes. I mean, what we're running, 1670 DPS. Pretty crazy. He's going to explode any second. Oh, this could have been a good thumbnail moment here. Oh, need a few more for him. But yeah, we're not going to do the whole mission. We're just going to do this little bit just to show you. I did do a little bit of footage with it in action. Of course, like, there is a lot tougher missions in this. Again, this is just a good one because there's stuff in space that actually looks like you're flying around stuff, you know. Most of the EVE missions are just like empty space and things. It's one of the skins being accepted there from the partner program giveaways. Nice. Alright, so that's the Tengu. Alright guys, that's pretty much the couple of clips. I'm sorry the Garmur one was pretty short. Like, nobody wants to fight a Garmur pretty much in low sec, so it's hard to gather footage for that. I did kill like a ton of Ventures and things in the belt, but obviously that's just not really useful for what we're trying to show you guys on the video. So there was a little bit of skirmishing obviously at the beginning of the Garmur vid, and hopefully you picked up on like the defensive web and the use of the defensive scram and things like that, as well, having a skirmish with that guy. So the Tengu stuff as well, pretty short, but again, I didn't really want to drag it on. You know, if you want to watch any of the Tengu PvE videos I've done with a polarized fit, there's tons on the channel, guys, pretty recently as well, so you could have a scroll. If I think on, I'll link some in the description. But I just wanted to show you a couple of fits as well, just before I go, for the Gila, because the Hydras really are good for the Gila because you get like double benefits. You get the drone benefits and the missile. So this is just the cheap Gamma one, just for the lulz here. So if we throw some, I think like Caldari, Navy Nova, whatever, would be the one you'd be using, or whatever you need to do in whatever abyss. So 56 kilometers there. Let's have a look at the charge info. So explosion velocity and the radius, I think, is affected by the Hydras. Yep. So, oh, that one. The flight time, yeah. Flight time and explosion velocity. So we'll get some decent bonuses there from the base. I know a lot of that's like skills as well, not just like the Hydras and things. And also the drones, we do get quite a lot of good stuff for the drones. I think it's further down here. So optimal range, we get a little bit more. So standard's 4.8 and we're going all the way up to 8k. Again, not all of that's due to the Hydras though, but a lot of it is. And the accuracy fall off too. And I think, is it the speed? I really can't remember off the top of my head. Or have we seen that already? Velocity, yeah, that's it. So we've got the drone nav in there for that anyway, not the Hydras. But yeah, so the Gila's really good if you want to risk it all in the Abyss. Or any other ships even. I think one of the first ones we're seeing where the Hydras really went well was Gustav Manfred's T6 Cerberus. Man, it's like mega expensive though. And I'm pretty sure Gustav used the Hydras and that. And I think that's actually what spurred us off to give them a try, watching Gustav's vid. But yeah, he put together this Cerb that does everything. And it's even better now since the changes. We'll get like a much better boost. It's literally just a budget Tengu. We must cover this, guys, at some point because it's just so good. So yeah, the Cerb's really nice as well for it. The Rattlesnake, again, anything with like the drone and the missile bonus, you're going to be really benefiting yourself with using. But other than that, guys, I think that's it covered for the Hydras. We'll figure out what set we're going to do next. And yeah, let's try and make it a good one. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.